Frank Barrett, Yes to the Mess, Surprising Leadership Lessons from Jazz. Welcome to the world of Yes to the Mess, Surprising Leadership Lessons from Jazz, where author Frank Barrett draws a vivid analogy between the improvisational nature of jazz and the challenges faced by modern-day organizations. In a rapidly changing business landscape, Barrett contends that embracing the principles of jazz improvisation can foster creativity, collaboration, and innovation. As you explore this summary, delve into the power of adapting to uncertainty, celebrating mistakes, and encouraging guided autonomy as crucial components for successful organizations.
Jazzing up business. Frank Barrett, a jazz musician and professor of management, argues in his book that businesses can benefit from the improvisational style of jazz bands. He highlights how jazz musicians collaborate, experiment, and remain positive despite mistakes. By embracing this improvisation, Barrett claims that firms can navigate today's fast-paced changes more effectively and become more innovative and successful. USA Today deems his thesis engaging and convincing, while 800 CEO Reed call the book short yet powerful on understanding chaos as an opportunity. Forbes even calls it breezy and fun. Jazz leadership. In his book, Barrett argues that the 21st century data economy necessitates leadership that encourages innovation and learning instead of preset limitations. Drawing parallels to jazz improvisation and leadership, he illustrates how leaders can embrace improvisation and take calculated risks even with incomplete information. By doing so, they can foster creativity and growth within their organizations. Barrett introduces the concept of jazz improvisation, where soloists embrace the paradox of improvisation and experience fear and excitement at the edge of mystery. To exemplify how a group's members can gain confidence by adopting any plan, he narrates an anecdote about Hungarian soldiers lost in the Alps who found a forgotten map, which led them to safety. Barrett cites Sonny Rollins, who created an entire jazz album alone under a bridge, forcing himself to play in new and unique ways. The author argues that managers can learn the most in a crisis by acting like jazz musicians and dealing with an unfolding, ongoing situation. Overall, Barrett suggests that organizations can adapt to the changing data-based economy by embracing jazz-like leadership, taking risks, and encouraging innovation. This leadership approach can help companies function as dynamic and creative entities, not weighed down by restrictions but freedom to create new and unexpected results. From hostile wasps to sweet honey. The story of Herman Miller, a furniture manufacturer, that turned to 600,000 bees to drive away hostile wasps on their green factory rooftop to minimize pollution and waste. Author Barrett cites jazz music as a useful analogy where musicians consider the framework of others' music to achieve a group dynamic, which guides autonomy in leadership. The power of minimal structure. The book highlights how minimal rules and structure can lead to organizational learning and creativity. Author Barrett emphasizes that instead of reprimanding errors, improvisation is a better approach. A great example from renowned keyboardist Herbie Hancock, who improvised when trumpet legend Miles Davis made a mistake during a performance. Barrett proposes investing in minimal structure like a mission statement, slogan, credo, or trademark to provide a frame without dimming employee creativity. This investment can result in enhanced organizational learning and employee creativity. Yes to the Mess. The book advocates for social interaction among diverse people as the key to transformative innovation. The author compares this to a jam session in jazz improvisation, where each member both leads and follows. In contrast to making decisions based on analysis and prediction, the book suggests promoting experimentation in organizations. The concept of designing opportunities for serendipity is emphasized throughout. The message is to embrace diversity, abandon habits, and inspire innovation through collaboration. Achieving peak performance. In his book, Barrett draws a parallel between improvisational jazz music and achieving peak performance in organizations. He offers practical steps to link planners with implementers, foster creativity, encourage a playful approach, and nurture improvisational strategizing. Barrett advocates for rotating team leadership, reducing organizational structures, and holding creative brainstorming sessions to keep learning and growing. The author emphasizes the importance of disrupting routines, saying yes more often, and using diversity to inspire innovation. Barrett's insightful recommendations offer a roadmap for organizations seeking to achieve their highest potential. Jazz-inspired leadership. Barrett's book draws intriguing parallels between jazz improvisation and business leadership. Although the relevance to non-jazz enthusiasts remains uncertain, those who love jazz are sure to relish the collection of jazz tales. Barrett proposes that certain improvisational techniques used in jazz could inspire creativity and innovation at work. Nevertheless, the author seems to stretch his concept too far at times, opting for tenuous connections between jazz and fostering creativity in the workplace. Nonetheless, the book provides a stimulating read for leaders seeking new ways to approach their employees' daily work routines.
As we conclude our journey through leadership lessons derived from the world of jazz, it's clear that embracing the messy aspects of the workplace can unleash creativity and empower employees. The jazz-inspired principles outlined by Barrett, such as saying yes to uncertainty, creating minimal structures, fostering a culture of improvisation, and building opportunities for serendipity, can help organizations adapt and thrive in today's fast-paced, ever-evolving business environment. So, put on your favorite jazz record and consider integrating these innovative concepts into your leadership style, and watch as your organization becomes a more harmonious, resilient, and creative ensemble.